Welcome to the Instagram stories for Wednesday, March 19th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Today on the show, we're going to be hearing from the YouTube Creator Insider team with a bunch of updates of things they're working on, and additionally, some feedback they've received about mid-roll ads. I covered that on the show about 3 weeks ago, and it seems like the feedback that they got from creators was not good. Additionally, we have an update about TikTok in the United States from the rumor mill, which I will be sharing with you. All of that and more, but first, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back. Let's start with the TikTok news. As I have covered many times on this show, there is a significant chance that TikTok will go away in the United States. Back in January, when the app was temporarily removed from the Google Play and Apple app stores, President Trump granted it a 75-day extension to find a buyer or another solution. According to reports from Bloomberg, it seems that Oracle is the most likely company to invest in TikTok. According to the article, which I will link in the show notes, Oracle is weighing a proposal for a sale of TikTok's US operations, that it would have it provide security assurances and take a small stake in the new American entity while potentially still leaving the app's algorithm in Chinese hands, according to people who are on the inside about this. Okay, let's back up and give a little bit of historical context. A couple of years ago, everyone was very concerned with US user security when it came to TikTok. The solution that was implemented was something called Project Texas. TikTok worked with Oracle to isolate the US users' data. The US users' data would be stored on Oracle's cloud environment within the United States as an additional safeguard. I'm saying this because there is already a relationship between Oracle and TikTok working together historically. As a reminder, the 75-day deadline that President Trump put into place will be expiring in about 3 weeks, so time is of the essence when it comes to this deal. In order for this deal to work, it will require approval from President Trump, from TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, as well as the Chinese government. So a lot of people have to agree in order for this to go through. Having said all of that, spokespeople for Oracle and the White House did not respond to Bloomberg's request for comment, so I am potentially putting this in the rumor mill category until I see something concrete regarding this deal. Okay, let's move on to the YouTube news. The YouTube Creator Insider team released their weekly video talking about some of the updates that they're making for the platform, and they are mostly centered around the mobile app.
What's up, Insiders? I'm Lauren, a program manager working on our product team here at YouTube, as well as the producer of Creator Insider. We're experimenting with visual guides in the Shorts editor that show creators where the elements they've placed, like text or interactive stickers, are relative to what a viewer will see. The goal is to make the process for creators easier when editing a short. This helps creators avoid placing components in locations where they might be obstructed by elements like comments, the like button, and video descriptions. We'll plan to roll this out to all creators pending experiment results, but let us know what you think in the comments. Moving on, we've updated the video copyright details page in YouTube Studio. The refreshed design makes it easier to find key info about copyright claims and how they impact your channel and videos. We've also added a new checkmark called Feature Restrictions, starting with shopping tag restrictions. To see details of the copyright issues, navigate to the See Details section. Here, you can see the claimant details and learn more about the detected copyrighted content. Don't worry, the functionality and your options for managing claims are staying the same. We're slowly rolling this out to all creators and would love your feedback, so make sure to leave it below. Next, the team is testing the ability for users to hide end screens with the goal of reducing clutter and creating a cleaner player experience for the viewer. Users in the experiment can tap a hide button in the top right corner of the player when end screens appear. If a user taps the button, all end screen cards will be hidden for that video only, and a show button will appear. Tapping that show button will make the end screens reappear. We don't expect this to impact views, but we'll keep the audience posted if we expand this experiment to more users. Moving on. As AI creation becomes more ubiquitous, we want to be able to give creators more awareness and control over how AI is being used to depict their face on the platform. This week, some creators will see a message in Studio inviting them to help us build tools to detect and manage AI-generated content showing creators' faces. This involves submitting a short video selfie and giving consent for our systems to process it for testing. To be explicitly clear, the data consented to, aka selfies, will only be used for the development of protection tools, not for any other features on the platform. This invitation will be available to a small number of creators to begin, and if you're eligible, you'll see a notification with more information in YouTube Studio. We're in the early stages of this program, and we'll keep our audience posted as we have more to share. Next, last year, we talked about the experimental redesign of the Member Hub on the channel membership page, or tab, for channel members on mobile. The goal was to make it easier for new members to learn about the perks of being a channel member and manage their membership settings. We're continuing membership page improvements by updating the channel membership tab content feed on mobile to help drive new member activation and make it easier for new members to find content. Let us know what you think of the updated design. And that's it for this week. From the creators of YouTube to YouTube creators, we'll see you next week.
All right, one thing I want to highlight in that segment is she mentioned AI tools to protect creators. I really like this. She mentioned that this would involve taking a selfie and uploading it, but then if someone created AI-based content with your image, they would potentially alert you to it. I think anything that keeps creators safe on the platform is a great idea, so I like where that's going. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, the YouTube Creator Insider team is going to talk about mid-roll ads, some of the changes, some of the feedback that they got, and everything you need to know. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's continue with the YouTube topic. About 3 weeks ago, I covered on the show that YouTube was changing how they would allow insertion of mid-roll ads automatically to happen. Historically, on YouTube videos, you had the opportunity to manually determine where the mid-roll ads should go, or to let YouTube determine where the mid-roll ads should go. About 3 weeks ago, they announced some changes to this, and creators got extremely upset. The YouTube Creator Insider team did a long video explaining what the changes are, how they impact creators, and more. I'm going to let the Creator Insider team explain.
I'm Renee Ritchie, your creator liaison, and I am here with TK. TK, what do you do at YouTube?
I run the YouTube Partner Program, and I'm responsible for creator monetization and also to provide good support for creators as well.
I am going to actually take off my YouTube hat. Okay. I'm going to go full-on creator mood because there is so much frustration in the creator community. Have you been seeing that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been watching the videos, the comments, and I sense a mix of frustration and confusion about this launch. So I thought I would take time to talk to you today and try to explain this a little bit better.
All right, so I'm going to channel the social replies that I've been getting. Okay. The first is just like, why? Why is YouTube doing this?
Yeah, and I've seen the why is YouTube trying to destroy their own business, and I saw that. So let me just say it this way. I lead the YouTube Partner Program, and the concept of the YouTube Partner Program has always been, it's a commitment that YouTube succeeds when creator succeeds. And this launch is very much a part of that.
I'm going to pause real quick and say that I get the feeling that the YouTube team genuinely wants creators to make money. I do not get that feeling from the Instagram team. Okay, I'm going to let the YouTube Creator Insider team continue.
What we are trying to do right now is recognizing that some of the things that viewers are seeing in ads has changed. For example, creators are creating longer content. And that means that mid-rolls matter a lot more than they used to. We've also talked about how more and more viewers are watching YouTube on TV. And viewer expectations on ads in TV are different. And so we felt like we had to make a couple of changes to help creators optimize their revenue. And that is going to also help us make sure that we don't lose viewers as we show ads. I'm confident that when we do this, we're going to see an increase in revenue for creators and YouTube and viewership. But I need to probably explain a little bit more of what's happening here.
If I'm making the video, I'm the creator, I know where I want those ads. Like, your robots won't know better than I will.
So actually, let me explain this, because I do think, and this will be a reminder for everyone, but this is how the ad system works. Creators, when you place manual mid-rolls on your video, what you're actually telling us is these are the places where I would allow you to serve ads. And the entire point of that was because in the past, creators felt that there were parts of their video where they didn't want ads. You know, it was a creative vision they had that in this section, I did want to have the entire play happen. I didn't want it to be interrupted by ads.
So, or like a brand deal or something.
Brand deals is another example where I don't want to have an ad show up in the middle of brand deal. What happens, though, is when you tell us, I would only want ads here, here, and here, our ad system now determines which of those ad slots we should put an ad in. And that is driven by multiple factors. And all of those factors are considered, and we decide to put ads on specific slots to make sure that we're increasing creator earnings, we're getting viewership, and meeting advertiser needs.
We've seen some creators, though, who like think about these things and they realize that not every slot guarantees an ad.
Correct.
So they put ads like every 30 seconds because like in that mindset, they're giving YouTube much more flexibility and much more options.
Right.
But now they're looking at their interface and just seeing no.
Right. Yeah. And very understandably, the first time you see that, it can be jarring. But I want to explain what is actually happening. We're not disapproving ad slots. We're not taking away your ability to do ad slots. What we're actually doing for the first time is giving you information about what the ad system thinks. So in the past, when you placed those ad slots and our ad systems were determining whether we want to put ads there or not, you did not have that information. And so what we realized over time is that because you didn't have that information, you didn't have a really good way to optimize your ads on your video. And so in many ways, you were trying to guess what the ad system wants without actually having information to do so. So our thinking here is by actually now showing you more information and being more transparent about what the ad system thinks, now you have the right information to adjust your ad breaks, the places where you are more likely to get ads. And that means that you'll be able to increase the chance of you earning, but also helps us because if we don't have a lot of good places to put ads, because you place them without having that information, we are also unable to put as many ads as we want in the right places. And that either means that we're going to lose viewers or not have enough revenue for creators and us.
I'm going to stop the video there because it goes on for quite a while longer. The key thing that I took away from that video is that YouTube really cares about creators and wanting to give as much information about why they put ads where they do when you say that you can put ads in certain slots. I found that approach to be very refreshing compared to Instagram. Okay, that's going to do it for the news and strategy portion of today's call. Stick around after the music for the Wednesday Waffle.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.
Thanks for hanging around for the Wednesday Waffle. Today, I wanted to talk about podcasts. I have this podcast that you're listening to. I also have the interview show that goes much longer, where I sit down with social media content creators and marketers who are experts in their field, and I get them to spill their secrets. I also listen to other types of podcasts, some that I find informative, some that I find entertaining or funny, just a variety of different shows, some that are healthcare related that have to do with medical billing. I'm very into medical billing, and other topics that I care about. The tool that I use to listen to podcasts is called Pocket Casts. And I use this app because it allows you to speed up the podcast that you listen to, as well as trim the silence. You might think that some people pause too long when they are talking in podcasts, and Pocket Casts cuts them right out. The reason I'm talking about this is because Pocket Casts recently released an update that you used to have to pay for, but now is free. If you're ever using your computer and you come across an interesting podcast episode that you want to listen to, maybe you see a post on Threads or Instagram about it, sometimes you don't want to reach over and grab your phone. Well, good news, Pocket Casts has made their web tool free, so you can add it to your queue on your desktop or laptop, and then it will be in your queue on your phone when you go to listen to your podcasts next time you determine to do that. I think Pocket Casts is an excellent tool. It's such good value for the money in the free version, and I highly recommend it. Okay, That's it for today's Wednesday Waffle. Thank you for listening, and be sure to come back next Wednesday when I talk about another topic that I just want to talk about.